All right. Good morning, everyone. We are here for the next CtD Challenge Match. We're going to let Ron and David practice for a little bit longer, and we will go ahead and get started. 10 a.m. sharp, 10 a.m. Central Time, that is. We got a couple more views. We'll get into that later on in our podcast. So stick around, and we will get started here in just about 8 minutes.
Sweet. I like it. Hello, everybody. Gus and I are down there. Everybody back home on the watch. On my sleep. My battery goes dead. My battery goes dead. I call it. Yeah, I gotta put it on the charger too. Sweet.
Yeah, we're starting with the lights off for now, and they will be turned back on once the match starts. The place we are at is the CtD Education Center in Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Yeah, my exact same cord is about the same long. Sweet.
So Ron has tape on his neck to help with muscle tension, muscle aches. That is what that tape is for. Some people use it around their wrist, which sometimes I use it for. I also use it around my forearm as well. If I haven't bowled for a long time, I will generally put some KT tape, or what Ron's wearing is Genesis tape, on my forearm or wrist. But that is what that is for. So if you're just tuning in, thanks for coming. We are letting them warm up for a little bit, and we will get started in just about 5 minutes with the second CtD Challenge Match for Ron. So we got a couple different views that we will showcase today. And we will get more into that once we get started here.
Well, hello, everybody. Got my phone stuff right there. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. It's been a while.
Joe, my man, we appreciate you. Hope you're doing good. Been a long time since we seen each other. Not used to not seeing you in the league anymore at Parkway, but hope you're doing good, my friend. Man, we ain't bowling at midnight. I'm sorry. I'm not bowling at midnight. Steve, hopefully you get an opportunity to come down here. That would be awesome. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, the view above the lanes is a brand new view. We have a camera mounted into the wall, and that is what that is coming from. Stanton, good morning. Hope you're doing well. And this is right now. The match will start in just about 3 minutes once these guys get warmed up and are good to go. We will turn the lights back on once we get started. So these guys will bowl in the light.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, much better.
Yeah, Joe, no worries. I see you grinding out there. Keep it up. Posting YouTube stuff. Keep up the good work, my friend. No, so you're not bowling the match like this. They will turn the lights on and bowl with the lights on for the match. When is my next match? My next match is 2 weeks or so. That is when I have my next challenge match. Good morning, Dan. Thanks for coming in. Jonathan, appreciate it. Jonathan was the second CtD Challenge Match participant, and things have changed quite a bit since that match. So we're continuously trying to get better with these matches and make sure it is the best viewer experience as possible. Terrence, we will have another one next week. And what Terrence is talking about is the staff of CtD have an exclusive opportunity to win a chance to come to the CtD Education Center. David Lambert is actually a staffer with CtD, so he won the opportunity to come, and he's here today. Warren, yeah, we finally decided to put one up there, and it looks really good. So this is just a trial run, but I think the cameras up there are going to stay there for these matches. All right, it's 10 o'clock. Cut the lights on, and we will get the show on the road. So we're gonna.
Portland, how's it going?
David says hi, Portland.
Hope I don't make a fool myself. I'm not sitting at home. I'm in the rest of the state, across the country. I'm having all time of my life.
So we will get everything switched over here, and these guys will get started.
You have fun with it. You can't have fun with it, you know? All right. Good luck, man. Good luck, sir.
So we will start with that high view here. What's the sport pattern? The sport pattern is dead man's curve, which is what we bowled on, Jonathan. So that is the games 3 and 4 pattern. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Robert. So we're going to let Ron kick our match off here. Ooh. That's a way to start a match. That's a way to start the match with a solid 9 pin. That was a really good shot there. Chloe wishing her dad good luck. We'll see what happens. Hopefully that luck transfers to Ron. But we're hoping for a good match today. And Ron did have a good breakfast. We stopped and got Panera on our way in. So he is fueled up for a good match. And this is something to think about, like when you're bowling early in the morning. Having a meal before you start is going to give you that energy you need to last for a 6, 7, 8 game block. So I can start with David there. What ball are they using? Ron is throwing an IQ Tour, and David is throwing the Shim by Big One. So we do have some Specto David as well, so we can go ahead and get that ready to go here. Another good shot by David there. So these guys are right around the pocket. So this will be a good match. So Ron trying to come back off of that wicked 9 on his last shot. Oh, he almost tripped it out. So he will go ahead and make the spare conversion and see if he can start stringing some strikes. Now, these matches are all about winning 3 games. It's not about winning by 100 one game, and it doesn't matter. Winning by 1 pin is 1 to the win column. So if these guys get on the string, they're going to have to bring it back a little bit just to make sure that they can win 3 games total. It's not a total pin match. It is a best of 5 match. Another good shot and 10 back right there. So this is actually our first lefty-righty match of the CtD Challenge Match series. So what's going to be interesting about this is that these guys are not going to run in any transition other than their own. So it's really going to be about making good shots and not really trusting the breakdown. So David will get 1 pin for handicap per game. You got the little score update there. Another good shot there by David. Starting off strong with a 3-bagger. Giving himself a little lead to start off game 1. Oh, walking it out. Yeah, the shim by Big Bowling is really good. That's a really good ball. We did a complete review of all 4 of the Big Bowling balls after they first came out. So if you're interested in checking that out, you can check it out on the Ronald Hickland Jr. YouTube channel. So Ron stepping up. Came light on this lane the last time. Light again. So shoot the spare. Still early. Like if you're in this kind of a situation, converting your spares, catching a double is important to not only your the mental side of your game, but also to keep you in the match. So good spare there by Ron. Give you a little score update here. So David has the front 4, and Ron has 9 spare, 9 spare, strike, 7 spare. Ooh, kick that 10 pin out. Ron is going against David Lambert. David is from Oregon. So he came in last night and is here today for his match and a lesson. So this is a good question. So of course we have 2 different lane surfaces here. The left lane being Pro-Am lane and the right lane being SPL. SPL generally is a higher friction surface. So for patterns that are, I shouldn't say patterns, generally it looks more is the simple answer. Ooh, wrap 10. It's going to get some help. No. So that was a great shot. Just a little wrap 10. But David's going to go ahead and shoot the spare and move over to the Pro-Am lane. There are. Expect more to come next week. What Warren is referring to is a drawing for CtD staff members only to have a chance to come to the EC to bowl a challenge match against myself or Ron. Oh, a little miss. Yeah, he's got some confidence going, which is important. Like you bowl better when you're confident. So you gotta love that. What are some advantages of using isopropyl alcohol during a match? Does it get the surface oil off the ball? And can I just add some to my BFP? So what it does is it will clean the surface of your ball. The purpose of the alcohol was to disinfect. Like that's why USBC made it legal to use during competition. And the main purpose of it is to clean the oil off and disinfect. Now, going off of that, you should not put it on a BFP. You should put it on a power pad. Power pads are meant for liquid products. BFPs are meant to be used dry. For sure, my man, for sure. Keep that grind up. Hope to see you soon back in the old South Bend. So after Ron throws his shot here, we'll give you a little bit of a score update and see where we're at halfway through the game. As I mentioned, David is a staffer, and he is from Oregon. Now, by a stroke of luck, he has a friend that is also from Oregon that happened to be in town. His name is Corey Neal. He's also a staffer with CtD, so he is here showing his support for David today, which is awesome. Oh, so I'll give you, after Ron throws the shot, I'll give you the score update. I know I said I was going to do it there, but that's all right. So this is a big shot right here. Oh, flat. Flat 7-pin. So we have a really, really close match going on here. As I mentioned, David will get 1 pin of handicap per game. And missed. So score update. Ron has 127 in the 6th with 136 in the 7th. And depending what David does here, he could have 137 in the 6th. So he's right about 10 pins up right now. David is throwing the shim from Big Bowling. Thank you, Roland. I appreciate it. That's a big shot right there. Way to get back on it. Way to get back on it. So if David can catch a little double here, that would be huge for his match score here. See if I can get. There we go. So you can see the score as well as some different views.
No.
A little left. Got his hit. Give him his hits. Thank you, Paul. We are consistently trying to get better with these matches, giving you some different angles, and this view is really good to see ball motion. We can see exactly what's going on for both lanes, so we really, really like this view, and we're glad that you do too. No, Ron or myself did not bowl in a Players' Championship regional. So if I'm Ron right now, I'm really going to be focusing on possibly trying a different piece in my hand. Now, what we're seeing is that Ron is it's very tight. You can tell that the lanes are tight. So I'm going to be trying to find something that is going to give me a little bit more area, whether that be with ball speed or trying a different ball. So here's a score update. 137 for David in the 6th, and Ron has 155 in the 8th. So Ron can max for 205. David can max for 257. It'd actually be 258 because he has one pin of handicap. throwing wood, but still left a little 10 pin. The spare conversion. And this game is all but over for the first game of our match today. David needs to fill the frame, and he will be a winner. Actually, that's not true. He needs to get pins. Messenger. Watch this messenger. Bang. So with that being said, David is up 1-0. In our best of 5 series. It's going to be interesting to see what he does in the 10th frame for his fill shots. If he's going to try something different or not. Why does the messenger sometimes cross the front of the 10 and not hit it? It's all about deflection, right? So the head pin coming off of the sidewall, it just depends how it deflects. Sometimes it goes in front of it, sometimes it hits it. So we're going to see Ron is actually changing balls to a UFO. You can see there. David tried the Black Widow pink on his fill. So this is a good time for Ron to figure something out and going into the next match. He didn't bowl a bad game. He was right around the pocket all game, just couldn't carry. So David will be up 1-0.
Oh, match 2's gonna be different.
Right?
Match 2's gonna be different. Yes, sir. Get some kids off the street.
I like it.
He ain't playing around. He ain't playing around. He may have lost game 1, but he's not. He is not out.
Real serious. This is what makes me concentrate.
He is not out of this at all.
Give me a picture of beer. I'm good.
Code 12.
So 3 big ones in the 10th for Ron there. David actually shot, I believe it was 236. His score went away on our end. But with that being said, David has won game 1 and is up 1-0.
I'm well okay with that. No, West Coast is shut down pretty much since March. And that's it. Like I said, some of these balls are brand new. I haven't even got this is my first time ever throwing a game.
Okay. Game 2 is on. If a 300 is thrown, is there a bonus given out? Maybe. We'll see. Ryan, we'll keep this between you and me, but we'll make sure it happens. All right, so let's get started with game 2. 236 to 205. Thank you, Fred. Oh, trying to throw it. Trying to throw it. Good spare. So the ball change was made there to a more of a traction type ball motion. Something that's going to see it and then just roll out, which is kind of what he needs right now. He couldn't get anything to get through the pins with the IQ Tour, but that ball, because it is stronger, it's going to give him a little bit of misroom left, but when it gets in the oil, it's not going to overreact. So that's a really good change by Ron there to not only leave that last game behind, but also to try something different to get him to the pocket. What's the difference between continuous and traction? Traction is the earliest type of ball motion, so that's something that you might use like on the fresh. You want something that's going to hook and that's going to lay off. Now, if you have a continuous piece like an IQ Tour, it's something that is going to do what the ball motion said. It's going to be a more continuous shape. And while we're on the topic, angular is a ball that you use when you migrate into the lane, something that you need to recover down lane. So on the one there, always important to get count. No matter the situation, you never know if you're bowling in a tournament situation, and that count you got from the split is the reason that you made the cut. It's always important to get count on those spares. What are my thoughts on Marshall going to big bowling? I think it's a good thing for big bowling. Being a smaller company, it's great to have a name behind it that is going to help you continue to grow. So I think it's a good change. Is the WebMB close enough to replace the Black Widow Pink? Or should I hunt down a Black Widow Pink? Personally, I would, if I'm going to replace the Black Widow Pink, I would want to replace it with something as close as possible. And right now, that answer is Black Widow 2.0. You can always polish it once you get it. So the surface is the same because the surface is the number one factor to changing your ball motion. So keep that in mind if you're looking to possibly replace that ball. So coming up on the right lane here is this. He likes it. He's in the zone right now. He is in the zone. That's why it's always important to leave your options open because that obviously the ball looks considerably better than the IQ Tour did. So having your options open is super, super important.
Yeah.
Oh, here it comes.
Now we're having fun.
Here it comes. good question, Graham. Why is it so early today? So the reason for that is David got in last night. He got in actually about 9:30 to Nashville. We picked him up, took him to the hotel, and he has just a little bit of time today here at the EC to have his match and get a lesson. So that is why it is so early today. Woo-wee! He said, I don't need to see that one. I believe clutch is on, but obviously we're not showcasing it right now, just because the lights are on. Oh, you call that a blower 7-pin? That's what I would call it. This is a good match. Give you a little score update here. Ron 9 spare, 3-bagger. David strike 8-1, 8 spare, strike, and 9 spare. I have seen something about why Ron is wearing tape on his neck. That is kinesiology tape, and it helps him with the muscles in his neck. They get tight, so that helps him be able to bowl. Some people use it on their wrist. That's the primary use that I've seen, but you can really use it anywhere. You can use it on your legs, your arms. That tape is really nice if you have some tightness. That's another good shot. Kicked out the 10-pin, almost a little flat, but might have missed it just a little end on that shot. So it got in the oil and sat there. I've used it on my knee and wrist. Yeah, I used to have some hamstring problems, and I would put it on my hamstring, but I have stopped doing that. Just haven't needed to do it, thankfully. Ron and I have done the challenge match before. I think it's on Ron's YouTube channel as well. So 6-pin conversion right there. And once we get to the 6th frame, I'll give you a little score update for our second game. If you missed the first game, David won 236 to 205. So he is up 1-0. Best of 5 match, so whoever gets to 3 first will be the winner. Oh. So let's see if we can get a replay on that one. What happened? This little flat 10. So there's 2 things to think about when you leave something like that. If it's a ring 10 or a flat 10. If it's a flat 10, me personally, I am moving a board right, just to give the ball some additional entry angle, and he did pick up the spare there. So just giving myself a little bit more entry angle for getting that 10-pin out. I personally wouldn't make a ball change, but that's just me personally. Unless I keep doing it continuously, then I would consider it. So something to think about when you're bowling if you're leaving rings or flat 10s. Who is the king of the EC, me or Ron? Well, you got to say Ron. As long as I can be a close second, I'm fine. Oh, Messenger wanted it. Messenger wanted it. Oh, little miss there. Yeah, a little change to the proton physics. Norman, he threw the shim on lane 2. Oh, kick that 10 pin out. Almost left that solid 10 pin. Let's see. Moving adjust for ring 10, but what a flat 10. So I think you're asking like what the move is for a ring 10 and a flat 10. If it's me, I'm moving just slightly to the right on a flat 10 to get myself some more entry angle. And if it's a ring 10, I might move my eyes just a little to the left because I'm right-handed.
Pick you up. Time for this pink one. See what happens.
Yeah, so just move my eyes a little to the left to get myself into more oil. And then I'll go from there if I need to make a ball change, whatever it may be. Yeah, man, we're still cool. We don't really talk much anymore, just because I'm not at school anymore, and he is obviously in school. But yeah, I mean, we're still cool. We were honestly the closest after our TV show. So yeah. Yes, sir. See, this is what we like to see, and this is why we're here. So Warren was the very first challenge match, and he was here two or 3 weeks ago, and Warren got a lesson after our match, had a lesson with Ron. So we're happy to see this. So the Education Center is all about helping bowlers become better and growing bowling. So we're happy to hear that, Warren. Joe, I bowl 2 nights a week at Parkway, and I bowl pretty much all the time when I'm here. Videos and whatnot, or shooting videos and like. Most controllable ball right now to buy for two-handers. I would say either an IQ Tour. Oh, he missed that one. He definitely missed that one. That's a lot of 9. I would say an IQ Tour, Web Tour Hybrid. Those are balls that are going to fall into the continuous category. Both are really good benchmark balls. It's something to consider if you're looking to add a controllable ball to your arsenal.
Yeah.
Good spare. Where are we located? We are located in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, the CtD Education Center. And if you want some more information, you can find more information on ctdeducationcenter.com. We offer full-day lessons, half-day lessons. Oh. send the messenger. Full day lessons, half day lessons. We do also offer a pro shop course that we're continuously working on. So we will have another pro shop course soon. But if you're interested in having a one-on-one course, you can email help@ctdbowling.com. So here's a score update. Ron has this game locked. That's what you would call a solid game, and a little 8-pin there.
Figure it out.
All right. So game 2 is all finished. David is going to be trying a few options here before we move on to the sport pattern.
Yeah, it's on 150. I just want to go 150. That's my goal.
So David throwing his last couple of shots, changed the balls on this lane to the Black Widow pink.
Is there one classic ball now?
Little 10-pin. Little 10-pin. So, like I mentioned, David does get 1 pin of handicap. So his score is 174. So we're going to go ahead and get everything changed over here.
All right, left, yeah.
If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. And we are going to actually get started here in just about 2 or 3 minutes. We've got that clutch bowling technology out there right now showing the pattern that is on 3 and 4, which is Dead Man's Curve. So I'm just going back through the questions. Yes, Joe, we do offer a 3-day pro shop course here at the Education Center. Like I mentioned, if you are interested in more information, you can email help@ctdbowling.com. Good bowling, Norman. That's awesome to hear. Yes, that is exactly correct. Staying in front of the transition is huge, especially on the sport pattern. If you're 6 frames behind, it's not going to be good. Reading this question here. because I bowl a lot of alleys where I have been stationed. Use a good amount of oil. I've been struggling this year at my cameras due to the fact that I don't know what I don't think they know what oil is. I have a purple hammer, which I did pretty good with last week. What other bowling ball? For hardly any oil. So if I'm bowling on hardly any oil, I'm not going to throw urethane. The reason why is urethane is inherently earlier, so I am not going to throw urethane. Now, with that being said, you need to think about what types of surface are good on the lane surface you're bowling on, what goes with your game the best. So that's something to think about. Now, if I'm going to recommend you a ball, I recommend the Ebonite Omni Hybrid. That ball was a ball we did a true ball review on. Something if you want a ball that's a little stronger, melee jab blood red is also a good choice. What's the ratio on Dead Man's Curve? I think it's 3-1. It's either 3-1 or 2-1. It's definitely not red square for me. That's for sure. We are going on to game 3. Moritz is not producing bowling balls anymore. Man, so this is like a double-edged sword for me. I like to get into it, but with that being said, sometimes that can hurt. So I try to be as calm as possible, but if I'm like into it, I'm gonna show it.
This outside. You're not coming back.
So these guys are going to get some practice on games for games 3 and 4 on lanes 3 and 4. They're bowling on Dead Man's Curve, so we will let them get their practice in, and we will start in just over 5 minutes.
Right, exactly.
Without asking the center what the ratio the oil is put down, is it possible to look at? No. Generally not. We did do a video on our YouTube channel about like if you're walking into a center without knowing what the pattern is. So if you haven't watched that, make sure you check that out. So that is a good resource if you're walking into something that you're not sure what you're bowling on. LaRue, you're bowling on Dead Man's Curve this weekend. Maybe we can get you lined up with our match here. This is the CtD Education Center in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Yeah, I will actually look up Dead Man's Curve so you can see exactly what these guys are bowling on today. Dead Man's Curve. Let's see what we got here. Take one more minute. So Dead Man's Curve is about 3 to 1, 2.89 to 1. So definitely not easy. So these guys are going to have to make some good shots as they are getting ready to go here. And we will turn the lights back on once they are done with their practice session, which is in about 15 seconds. So one more shot, guys, and we will get started. We'll see if we can figure out this camera here. Like I mentioned, we had gotten some new cameras, so I'm trying to figure those out and also get their positions set up. So it is a good view for you. How do you get a lesson? You can get a lesson by going to ctdeducationcenter.com. Click on the online booking tab, and you can sign up to be coming for a lesson.
All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
So Ron will be starting game 3 on Dead Man's Curve. The first shots on the sport pattern. The house pattern that we use is Wall Street V2. That was on 1 and 2. Dead Man's Curve is on 3 and 4. Ron throwing that ebonite arrow. Another traction piece. That was actually one of my favorites that we reviewed last year for True Ball Reviews. And David is opting to throw the proton physics. See if I can get some more information on this pattern here. Dead Man's Curve is... That is not the right link. Go to this one. Oh. Just kicked it back and missed it. So Dead Man's Curve is about 24.5 mils, 43 feet. So it's not going to be a walk in the park for these guys. Just missed the 10 pin there. Good shot there, throwing some pins, and gets himself a nice little strike. Yeah, I mean, they're obviously lefty and righty, but the transition is going to be the same for both of them just because there's the same amount of traffic on both sides. So they're both going to have to make the good shots, and they're not going to be able to rely on a lot of transition for the lane to open up. Spare conversion. Good spare conversion there. Thank you, Roland. We appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. I know you're going through some things, so I hope you're doing well, Roland. We're thinking about you. Sport pattern, are you better off shooting spares with your aggressive ball or spare ball? Always a spare ball. Always a spare ball. We actually recorded a video yesterday in regards to spare shooting on a house pattern and a sport pattern. And that will be coming out in the coming weeks. He got it. He's working on it. Yeah, I saw his foot. Huh? I mean, you can, yeah.
I'm not going to, though.
Okay.
I want to wait till there's 10 pins on the right lane.
Okay.
Nah. Come on.
Boiler up, hammer down.
Kind of making me correct the 7-10 for his ball.
Oh, that's a great shot. Really good shot there. David stepping up. Try to deliver a big double here. Big double by David there. Is run using surface? Yes, the arrow does have some surface on it. It's got 1,000, confirmed by the man himself. So again, that type of surface is going to put that ball into a traction type ball motion. That ball itself is super strong, but it continues really well. So, like I said, one of my favorite pieces of last year in that ball motion category. Yeah, I'll give you a score update here in just a second. So there is the score update.
Now you got fucked.
David 9-0, 3-bagger. Ron with a strike, spare, strike. Big shot here. Big shot. Looked really early. That's a lot of 9. A lot of 9. But he's going to shoot the spare. Still lots of game left. Woo! Doesn't matter how you get it, it's that you get it. So that counts as a spare in the 4th frame. I know we touched on it briefly earlier, but Ron is using isopropyl alcohol between each shot to clean the surface off of his bowling ball. Helps keep his ball reaction as consistent as possible. Oh, that got a little quick. Got a little quick. So, shoot the washout. You can actually throw it straight, which is a great strategy when you are shooting a spare like this. Oh, good try at it. Good try at it. So David is actually using the CtD Dry Pad Pro to wipe off his ball in between shots. Another way to clean the oil off your ball and give you as a consistent a reaction as possible. Ooh. Almost got a little trip on the 2-pin there. But maybe splits. Is cleaning your ball with alcohol in between shots illegal in USPC leagues and tournaments? No, it is legal. They put in a rule about 8 months ago that said that you can use alcohol to clean off your bowling ball during competition. That's correct. During COVID-19. That's the reason that rule is in play. Oh, great spare. Great spare. Give you a little score update here. Ron has 86 in the 5th, and David has 87 in the 4th. Still a lot of game left. We appreciate everyone tuning in on a Wednesday morning. 184 viewers. That is awesome. So thanks everyone for tuning in today. Oh, I like that one. You like that one. Oh, no problem. No problem, Roland. David is throwing the proton physics, and Ron is throwing the ebonite arrow. Or he was. Now he's throwing the UFO. Oh. It'll get it. Yep. Yeah. Oh, good spare. Doesn't matter how you get it. It's that you get it. I think so, Andrew. Yes. Oh, no nickel, no nickel, no nickel, no nickel. Joe, I am not. The only YouTube channel you could say I'm on is Ron's. Yes. Good shot. Good shot. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. We'd be happy to get those answered for you. We are here for a CtD Challenge Match. CtD Staffer David Lambert, who won the opportunity to come here, and he is versing or challenging Ron today. A lot of 7 there. That could have been real bad. Charles, I will give a score update after David shoots this spare here. Chop, good spare. Score update. Ron, 106 in the 6th. David has 134, I believe that said. 134 in the 6th. So Ron is going to have to step up here. A double. Double is absolutely huge right here. Absolutely huge. Oh, flat 10 pin. See how that 4-pin went right into the gutter? That's what you call a flat 7-pin. Spare. It's not over yet, so lots of game left. Even though it may not seem like it, a lot can happen in 2 frames. So he's going to step up and make a good shot. and go from there. Julio, it depends what you're looking for. Like, are you looking for something stronger, a lot stronger, just a little stronger? It really depends. Like, the redemption line is generally quite a bit stronger than the messenger that you have. It's a good shot there. Keeping his head in it. That's all you got to do. Lots of opportunity to make something happen. Yeah, Julio, it depends. Like, Redemption Solid is super strong. Redemption Pearl is pretty strong. Redemption Hybrid is probably the weakest out of the three, but still fairly strong. That's correct. No staffer has gotten to 2 wins in a challenge match. That was it right there. So with that, David is going to have to fill the frame, and he gets the win for game 3. Can you use so far so clean on the scuff mark or on the scuff mark over half? No, so you should only use the True Cut the True Cut scuff mark remover itself with So Fresh and So Clean. You should not apply it to the Dry Pad Pro. That's it. That's it for game 3. It's a good match. Back and forth we go. So David will be up 2-1. David also gets that 1 pin of handicap, so we will add that to his total once he's completed here. There with a nice finish, 234, which is actually 235 with his handicap. Ron is actually taking the ball change to a purple hammer. It'll be interesting to see on this pattern. He's going to take his entire 10th frame and devote it to finding something different. Not sure if he's going to change balls in the left lane, but for sure needs to figure something out in the right lane. He's got a good line on the left lane, just kind of lost on the right lane. He struck in 4 of the 5 shots in the left lane, and then nothing on the right lane. So he's going to have to put his head down and figure out what's going on here and see if he can get some ball reaction back. That ball motion looked better, that's for sure. So score-wise, 174 to 234, which is actually 235. To 174. David is up 2-1. David needs one more game to win the match. Deadman's Curve is 43 feet. Yep, 43 feet. So Dave's going to start us off here for game number 4. Kick that 10 pin out. So we're going to see Ron's going to stick with the UFO. Hook. Oh, little left. Just a little left. So he's gonna go ahead and hook at the spare. This is one of few spares that I actually hook at. Everything else I will throw straight at it. And especially on a pattern like this. Check the banner, it's not right. Oh, I should say game 3. Thank you, Fred. There we go. Oh, a little split. He's gonna have to get 2 here. Get count. Try at it. So how do you judge how much handicap you get? It is 90% of 220. 90% of 220. So David's high average from USBC is 218. So 90% of that is 1 point something. And of course, for handicap, you don't round up, you round down. So he gets 1 pin. Ooh, missed the target a little left there. Correct. So we do go off the averages directly from USBC, and that is how handicap is determined. There have been 2 matches with. No, I take that back. There has been 1 match that has been scratch. The rest have been handicap, but not a lot of handicap. The max, I believe, was 8 pins. 8 pins a game was the max so far. And this is our 4th match. This is a CtD Challenge Match. Our staffers have the opportunity to win a chance to come to the CtD Education Center to bowl a match for $500. If you're interested in learning more about our staff, you can find more information on ctdbowling.com. Click on the regional staff sign up button, and you can sign up for free. How often will we be doing matches like this? So this is the last one for about 2.5 weeks, and then we will have a full week of matches. I think there's pretty much one every night. The week of the 15th, I believe it is, in February. Quite a few matches that week. Ron's gonna let this one, give this one a chance on this right lane here. Lot 9. Yeah, Fred. Yes, sir. Fred? When do you come again? No, you're coming for the pro shop course, so it'll be good to spend some time with you. It's been a long time. 2 years. All right. We no longer sell that tape. No, that is Genesis tape. Yeah, it was military tournament 2018, Fred. That was the last time, so it's gonna be good. Oh, that was a good shot. A big shot.
Good.
Pattern is dead man's curve. Ooh, little right. See, on this pattern, the way it's set up, if you miss a little right, you're in the dead man's curve. Yeah, there's no miss room right on this pattern. So, missed a little right, it's over.
Right? Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I'll let us throw my feet after. All right. Sorry, Dad. Okay. Right.
All right, so we'll let David throw the shot, and then we'll get a score update. Hope you like our new views here. Spent some time yesterday to set up some new camera angles, high angles, I should say, different low angles, some general views. So if you like the views, please let us know.
2610. 3-6-10.
Need a 3-6-10 on 3.
Oh, because the score showed you a gutter than a
Oh, 'cause
on
it was
yet.
second
It
ball.
wasn't reset
It
yet.
was second ball, you gotta hit the first ball.
Channel 1, right?
Channel 1.
Yeah.
Did you push the call button?
Yeah.
Did he answer?
You got it. So we're gonna have that 3-6-10 set back up for David on lane number 3.
I wish they found out these dogs, huh?
Ooh, chopped it. Ron's gonna step up on the right lane, see if he can catch a big double here. Said hook, 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 and 9. Shoot the spare. He's gonna shoot the spare, and we will have a pretty close match here. Hook a lot. Oh no. That makes our match a little bit closer. Only an 8-pin difference. Technically 7 with David's 1-pin handicap. So it's anybody's game right now. So Ron is really confident in this lane. Looked like he pinched it in just a little bit. Shoot the spare and move right on to next frame. That's all you can do.
Oh,
Oh, he missed it.
All right, get out of your head. Get out of your head. What you do? Straighter is greater.
David said straighter is greater, so looks like he's going to make
Let's see what happens.
a little bit of a change here. Got the 10 pin out. Straighter is greater. So we're going to see if David can catch a double here about halfway through the match, or through the game, I should say. Throwing that Black Widow pink. Ooh, 4-pin. 4-pin, 4-pin, 4-pin. This pattern, it's hard to. I should say, good shots are super important. There's no room for really any error. So Looking at the spare, picking up the 4-pin, and we are going into the 7th frame for Ron here. Strike for show, spare for dough. So Ron is actually going to throw the arrow in this lane now. He's throwing the UFO. So got a new piece in his hand. See if he can build some confidence going into the last couple frames here. There's actually 4 pins between them right now. And that might not hit it. Oh, they got it. This makes the spare just a little bit more difficult because of the space in between them. So expect Ron to convert this spare by hitting both the 4 and the 7. Ooh! Well, that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it. So we're stepping up with that arrow. Great shot. Great shot. Great shot on that left lane. So give you a little bit of a score update. 102 in the 7th for Ron and David. Can have 106 in the 7th right here. Oh no. A little split. It's a good match. Great match. These guys are keeping it close, giving us a good way to start our Wednesday. This is what we want, a close match. It's intense. Uh-oh. Ooh, it's a good try at it. Really good try at it. So David 113 in the 8th, excuse me. Ron has 102 in the 7th with a strike in the 8th. So David needs to trust a good shot here. That was a great shot. Needed or got one when he needed it, so that's huge. So Ron's going to step up on the right lane, which we know has been his rough lane. So it's going to be interesting to see what exactly he does. He changed balls in the last frame, going from the UFO to the arrow. So we're going to see exactly what happens here. This is a huge shot right now. He needs to trust it. All right, gotta make the spare. Thank you, Trevor. Needs the spare? Got the spare. All right, so let's talk about this right now. Ron can max for 172. David can max for 173. So what needs to happen, because David has that one pin of handicap, it's going to be very, very crucial that these next two shots are huge or good for Ron. So get up and trust one. See what happens. Oh, he got it. Oh, no.
Wow.
From my view, it looked like he got it, but he didn't. He's got to shoot the spare. It's not over yet, though. Not over yet. Good spare conversion.
All right.
So he's going to need to really have so the max for 161. David would need at least the first one in the 10th with 8 spare to win by 1. So all 10 right here is ginormous. And gets it.
There you go.
So did all he could. This is a great shot, the first ball in the 10th. But unfortunately just didn't fall. Yes, Josh. You can still sign up. We do allow people that do not have a Facebook account to join our team. A lot of the resources do come from that Facebook group, so if you would like to create a Facebook account, we can, of course, add you to the group if you're interested in signing up. So this is it. Anything other than a strike right now, we go to game 5. Big shot. Big shot and a good shot. It's not over yet, though. Keep that in mind. He still needs to have good count here. If he gets 7 spare, that gets him 160. And with 1 pin and handicap, 161. So we would have a tie. So he needs to keep it in play. And get some good count, and he will be the winner. Nine or better, he will win the match. It's a good shot. Caught that double when he needed it, and that will make him the first staffer to win a CtD Challenge match.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, that's it. So David is our champion.
Let's go. Woo-hoo. Oh my Lord.
And we will go ahead and
Born for this.
talk to these guys for a little bit.
I was born to bowl. Love you guys. See you back home.
All right, so
Wow. 32 people.
Yeah.
Got 32 people on mine.
Cool.
Oh my Lord.
So we're gonna disconnect the mic for just a second. We will be right back.
Black Widow pink. Great job drilling that. That was absolutely perfect. Alan Clark from Forest Grove. Let's do this again. We'll bring a lot of people to you. Other than that, I had a great time and just glad to be on the lane.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, congratulations on bowling. You know, on behalf of CtD. This is the best part of it. When you bowl us and you win, $500.
Sweet.
Congratulations on that. Thank you for being part of the staff. Thank you for coming out here. Thank you for bowling. You know, it's always good to have some competition. It's always good to come out here and just kind of experience something a little bit different. So I appreciate you making the trip all the way over here, being able to experience some time with us on the lanes. For me, you know, the left lane, the right lane was actually tricky.
Yes,
I couldn't get a good look on my ball too much. And then when I tried to adjust, I just couldn't get it to match up right. And then I made a calculated error. The one shot that I missed, the single pin that I shot at, I was like, I need to try to hook at it because I need to see what the lane's going to do because I'm trying to think too far ahead. And that ultimately ended up being my undoing. So congratulations on winning, David.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming out here again. And we look forward to having you, bask in the glory because you know how we are in the group. We like to talk a little trash about what's going on. So
got
your opportunity to shine. So appreciate it.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
I was going to keep this, but I'm deciding to donate it to our local bowling alley. Phil Jackson, $500. This is going to go to Kingpin's Beaverton, the whole 500. So there you go. This is kind of help with employees, kind of help the COVID thing. Hopefully you can make good use of it. And the $500 is going to Kingpin's Beaverton. Shout out.
Awesome. Anything else, guys?
Nope, that'll do it for me. Just great to meet you. Great bowling. It was fun, and just love being on the lanes again.
Yeah. All right. So that will do it. If you did not hear, David is donating his winnings to a local bowling center of his, which is awesome. We know that bowling has been non-existent in that area, so it's going to be nice to see that money going to a good cause. So that being said, thanks everyone for tuning in on this Wednesday morning. Hope you all have an awesome day. We are going to sign up for staff. Have an opportunity. To come here.
Absolutely.
Have an opportunity to come here, bowl a challenge match like David did, and possibly have $500 in your hands. So we are actually going to sign off. David is about to get a lesson on the lanes. So hope you all have an awesome day. We will talk to you all very soon.